headspace. That's what I call my nether regions.
I'm leaving that in. But here's the real cold oven. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Do you know what that is? I can even act it out better. Let's see if I remember how to do this.
Sure, I feel like what was that?
Drop in the bag.
I don't know, I feel like it's from a lot of things.
It's in Space Jam. Remember when Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck go and get his clothes and they bring him his duffel bag and he walks into the basketball court?
Sure.
Is it a court?
Well, technically that's just a gymnasium.
Okay,
yeah.
but is it a court?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a baseball diamond.
Yes.
Or a basketball diamond.
No.
So he walks on the court and he drops his bag and he's like, alright, let's see if I remember how to do this.
I'm gonna say that when I...
Because remember, he was a baseball player.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
No. Hey guys, Lex Doll here.
And I'm Bat Tracy.
Punk Rock Blues.
It's collection update number, I do not know, maybe 114?
I want to say 114.
I think so. We're back.
We're back.
A DinoBoy's story.
You only said in the video, so I'd let you name it that.
It's already the name. So
I logged into my account.
We're back on YouTube. We got taken down
For a couple of weeks.
3 weeks, I think, total.
Yeah, because you wouldn't appeal. We wrote the appeal, and then our 2 weeks came up, and then I was like, hey, write that appeal, and we were like, okay.
I waited for the weekend to end. And then, yeah, we appealed, and they were like, yeah, we made a mistake, and we got our channel back, so that's nice.
114.
It is 114. Nice. How do we remember? Because we're the best.
Because we don't remember how to do this. Yeah, it's also daytime, and I feel like there's a lot of light on us, not just
I gotta open that, too, and there's so much light.
That's what I'm saying, like, even just what's coming through those blinds, I feel like we're bright. And we're in bright... When have we both been in bright colors before? So you never wear bright colors. How do we do this?
Well, we're starting with I want to say this right off the bat. We are no longer doing digital code giveaways.
Yeah. We're
pretty sure that's what got us taken down in the first place. So we're just letting you know right off the bat we're not doing those anymore.
Yeah.
So we're starting with DVDs.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, that's a good show. Should I tell my story real quick?
All right, go. But we gotta be quick on these because we have a lot in this update.
We went to lunch today, and they sell boxed water there.
I feel like you've had that before.
I have. That's not my story.
Okay.
I was in line to get a box after we finished eating, and the guy mentioned he wanted a water. I think they were just going to give him a cup to fill up at the freestyle machine or something, because the freestyle machine was closed except for water. And then he's like, well, I'll get a boxed water. And he grabbed it, and the guy's like, oh, okay, you're just going to do the boxed water? That's cool, because that has 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen in it. And that's what the guy said. I was like, okay, so all of water?
It's like, yeah, I just want to let you know, like, that's got H2O in it.
It's got, no, it's just how he said it. That's got 2 hydrogen and an oxygen. That's how he said it. I was like, oh my god.
He's like, I dabble in science.
The guy didn't even say anything.
Dabble in science. That's also a good title. I dabble in science. Alright. Hey, we're starting with seasons 1 and 2 of the A-Team.
You're like yelling. Yeah, sorry. I'm excited. I really like the A-Team. I've seen the pilot of this. Maybe the first 2 episodes. Yeah, I started it once, and I was gonna watch it.
Have you seen the movie? Do you remember when they fly the tank?
I never can finish it. I can never finish it.
It's so dumb.
I always wanted to start this show, and I did it once finally, and then I just was like, oh. Because I think they're each an hour, and I don't watch hour-long shows.
Yeah, they take forever.
So
imagine watching 24. Ugh, God.
Every whole day.
Yeah.
How many seasons did they do?
Well, in the later seasons, I think they only did 12 episodes.
But how many seasons is it? Like 7 seasons?
I don't know.
Could you put in 40 hours of work off, you put in all your vacation time, and you binge
24.
You binge the show for the week. Like, you start at midnight. I guess it wouldn't work in 1 week because you'd have to sleep eventually. So every other day, you take off for 2 weeks, and then you just midnight to midnight.
You're like, listen, I'm going to take a week off over the course of 2 weeks.
I was like, I need both weeks off, though, because 1 day's recovery. But they're also probably like 45-minute episodes.
Yeah, because of commercials.
So then,
but still.
So you subtract 15 from 24. I need to do the math of how many days you actually need.
You should probably look up how many episodes.
It's 24 episodes a season.
No, but I mean how many seasons?
Yeah.
And I said the later seasons are only 12 episodes.
Well, they screwed the pooch on that. But
I
they're
know.
2-hour episodes.
Maybe.
Could you imagine if they're like, listen, people have complained with the episode count, we're cutting it down to 12. He's gonna be 2 hours because it needs to be 24.
Boom. Told you. Live Another Day has 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Redemption. Oh, that's the movie, TV movie.
Oh yeah, right here.
Okay. So 8 seasons with 24 episodes. Is that a 24-hour movie?
It's the only 24 movie I've ever seen. I wasn't going to include in this update, but we're talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah, I haven't rewatched it yet, but I watched this.
How long is it?
2 hours.
Oh. So that takes place in canon of Live Another Day, then?
No, it's actually just 2 hours in real time.
Oh.
And there's a guy who sits on a landmine, and the Kiefer Sutherland's like, dude, we're going to get you off there. He's like, no, you just go. I'm going to take this for the team. And he's like, you don't have to. And he's like, no, I'm going to take out these bastards. And then they all like surround him with guns, and he's like, guess what, guys?
Like, I love the pleading of, you don't have to do this.
No, he's
There are
like, I'm
ways
doing
to-
it for the kids.
there are ways-
Because he's saving an orphanage.
Oh.
And the teacher's like, I'm doing it for the kids. And he's like, dude, you don't have to go out this way.
There
And
are
he's
ways
like, no.
to get you off it. I loved
He's
it.
like, I got rocks, I got a bag of
In
sand.
Arrow, is it season 2 or
He's
season?
like, we could cut your leg off.
At the start of season 2 of Arrow, after the events of the finale of season 1, this sounds like a weird review. Like after the events, Oliver moves back to Lian-Yu, and then so Felicity and Diggle go to save him, and Felicity steps on a landmine, and then you hear like halt, and then Ollie is on a vine, and he whips through the air, picks up Felicity. And scoops her off the landmine into another tree. So he goes from one tree, grabs her, into another tree, and he's like, we're good, we got you. I always loved that scene. What do you got?
Next up, all about John Deere and John Deere Earth Mover action. Yeah. I guess I could have included them under J for both John Deere, but I went with all about.
What is CLC?
Well, this one's all about, and this one's John
Oh,
Deere.
so
Earth
they're
Mover.
different John Deeres. They're not the
Yeah.
same series. Okay. So
Yeah.
they probably should have been
This
in
one's
J.
special edition.
Cut it to the J's.
Both start with a
Slice it in.
song. The song
Oh,
on
that's right.
this one was better. This one was like a country western one.
Slice it into the J's.
No one cares about these.
No.
They're like 35 minutes, so I ended up watching both.
If
of them.
I was watching this video, I'd have zoned out.
This is great for kids.
Yeah. But what about the 26-year-old that watched it?
It's literally big trucks doing things, and it's like a narrator who's like acting like he's a kid too. So it's like clearly like a 30-year-old man, but he's like, "Oh, look at this! I can't wait to grow up so I can drive one of those."
I bought this to watch with you.
Yeah, I
And you
turned it
watched
off
it
after
with-
40 minutes.
You watched it without me. It's Baby Geniuses with Kathleen Turner and Christopher Lloyd. It's the
It's
live-action
garbage.
Rugrats.
It's garbage. Ugh. Do you want to take some?
No.
Okay, a show I don't know if I've ever seen an episode of, but we've both seen in passing.
Have we?
Yeah, you go to Dad,
Does he
talk
watch
to him,
that?
and he's like, "Oh, look, it's Bernie Miller."
I feel like that doesn't happen with me. But
Bernie Miller's
didn't he once call you up? He's like, you have to come upstairs. And then you're like, okay. And then you went up there and he's like, look, Barney Miller's on. That was it. Like, he
think
like
so?
made you walk 3 flights of stairs to tell you Barney Miller was on. Whoa! It's Blossom season 1 and 2. Do you get it? Joey Lawrence is in this.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I watched the pilot of this and just went, not for me.
Is it the most clever thing in Saw in history?
Also, read the plot. She's a vlogger in
Yeah.
the early 90s. It's like, who's she vlogging to? Is she just like filming herself and then...
People do that. Good luck, Charlie. She didn't upload those videos. That was just for her baby. Not her baby, her little sister, I guess.
It's like, one day I'm gonna have a baby, I'm gonna make her watch all my YouTube videos.
And they're all addressed to you, Charlie. What if that was the Paula show? Like, hey, Charlie, I'm making these videos for my kid.
Screen.
Is it the most clever thing in songwriting history that
This dog.
Bad Cop released a song where the chorus is just woes and they named it after Joey Lawrence?
Did they do that?
Yeah, they have a song called Joey Lawrence and it's just them saying whoa. Oh, that's right, because you don't listen to their first album. You like their second album, I like their first album. You probably haven't even touched their third album.
We don't own them on CD. I give them a listen. Oops, sorry. Oh, totally.
Yeah, the third album's right there. You haven't given it a listen.
Oh, do we own it?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Next up, got this at Walmart for $14. And it's Blue Mountain State, the complete series, a show we both liked.
I shouldn't shrug at this, but my best childhood moments. But
it's a show we liked, but you cannot go back to it.
Don't go back
It is
to
not
it.
good.
Oh my god.
It's so misogynistic.
So
and
bad.
So
homophobic. And it's so for dudes, but not even like Chads. It's a Chad show. Not to be confused with Thad, but it's a Chad.
It's so bad. The movie holds up a little bit. I like
the movie can't hold up because it's new.
It's from 2016.
Yeah. The show is a lot older than that. Like, we were, like, the show is long gone. Like, we had watched the show.
Yeah, I remember it starting when I was in, like, middle school.
Yeah. Yeah, I try going back.
You get that.
Don't do it. Oh, nice. It's the Bob Newhart Show. I love Bob Newhart. It's just the fourth season, I guess. I'm still going to pop for it.
I'm taking the next two.
I like my boy. Are they together?
We got Bob's Burgers season 1. We're blowing through these because it's a lot of.
We got the Cannonball Run, but it's in an Asian country. I'm not gonna.
It's not even the Cannonball Run. It's a different movie than the.
I don't know. I don't want to just say it's Japanese and it's not.
It says the country, I think.
Yeah, I can't find it. For some reason, I'm getting Cantonese vibes, but it's not that either. I can't read Cantonese, but it just something about it. Maybe Inside. Okay, I don't know. If you can identify where this Cannonball Run is from.
Okay, got Jerry Seinfeld, comedian. You get to hear him say fuck. That's how they advertised it at the time. Oh, this is a movie. This is a movie too.
Hey, this is the complete series of Complete Savages on a fan-made DVD.
Yeah.
HardToFindTV.com.
Go to HardToFindTV.com.
Oh yeah, because you ordered this from that.
Yeah. I want to get more. They have Freddy, the complete series.
You gotta figure out all the deals we had with all those places.
But we're back.
I know.
So.
I know, but I mean, did we... That one place was going to put our channel on their website. Did that ever happen?
I do not know. Daniel Tosh, completely serious.
Do we get to talk about...
This is actually a pretty funny stand-up if he's intentionally offensive.
This is Electric Flight School. Every school should be this cool. There's a lot of school and cool. Keep my kids in school, I keep it cool. That's neat. Now, did you watch this yet, or you were
I watched 30 minutes or so.
It's a lot of dudes that you think would you say you're it's dudes that have never been laid, but then there's a lot of chicks in it anyway, so.
Well, so the whole premise is they get these nerdy guys who obviously are into all the flight things.
Yeah.
They're very nerdy. And they pair them up with very attractive women in the hopes of throwing them off.
Yeah.
But the guys have no interest in them. They're just literally there to be yeah, so we're gonna teach you how to fly these things. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna have a great time. This is our favorite thing in the world. We're gonna make sure you have fun and do it right and everything. And they're like, okay, cool. And then the guy who's the coach of the team, he's late 40s, early 50s. He's the guy who's perving on the women. It's so weird. It's just a weird dynamic. I don't think that's how they intended the movie to go. Is this me?
Yeah, it's you.
You want that?
No, you can take it.
Okay. It's Ellen DVD-licious. I think it's just episodes of her TV show. The talk show.
Is it the talk show or is it the show? Okay.
It's the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Why is the gingerbread man on there then? This is Family Guy Volume 6, which is...
so bad.
Does it say which seasons that is?
No, because they don't do seasons.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
It's the last 4 episodes of one season and then the next...
I can't... Family Guy, Volume 6. Figure out what it is.
From poop to profits. So this... I just want to say... This has a runtime of 10 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
And the original price was $29.95. So that is $3 a minute if you were paying to watch this.
Insane.
I watched the whole thing, and it's just a documentary about
You act like it was a problem to watch it. We could bust it out right now while we filmed.
It's literally a documentary about how they take manure and make money off it. And this one guy's like, yeah, these companies are coming in and trying to take the manure from us, but no, we have the best manure in the county.
I've tasted it all. I know. Hey, next up is a complete 8th season of Full House. How many did this go for?
8.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
And guess what? How many seasons do you have? Or which season do you have?
8.
and 1.
No.
We're 1 and 8.
So we're working inward.
Next up, got Volume 1 and 3 of Futurama. Or Foodorama.
Yeah. It's our cooking show that takes place in the future. Awesome. Believe it or not, it's the Greatest American Hero Season 1. I
watched this.
We're running. Is that Alan Thicke?
No.
Oh, looks like Alan Thicke. We're running through these, otherwise I would have sang the whole song.
Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, the best of both worlds concert with the Jonas Brothers. They show up in concert. Also,
do they do this?
The documentary says that...
Do they do this?
No.
That's from the show. Did you ever see the episode?
No.
You didn't see that episode when they crossed over?
Of what?
Of the Jonas Brothers, Hannah Montana. And then one of them, Kevin, I think it's probably Kevin teaches Billy Ray how to do this.
Well, so in the
He's
documentary
like, can you believe it?
In the documentary part,
yeah.
They were talking about how Miley and
True
Billy Ray...
You gotta come in!
We're gonna sing a duet together. But then the whole concert goes by and they don't do it. And I was like,
Monday, Tuesday, happy days. The complete first season of Happy Days.
Seasons 1, 2, and 3 of Home Improvement with well.
It's Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Anthology. Where do you want this?
I'll put it with TV because it goes to the WWE stuff.
Oh, I bought this.
Yeah.
This is The Incredible Hulk. It's 2 of the movies. It's The Incredible Hulk Returns and The Trial of Incredible Hulk. I bought this one.
Next up, Larry the Cable Guy, Morning Constitutions. It's a poop joke.
Yeah, I got it.
And it opens with him walking on stage with toilet paper hanging out of his butt. And then Larry the Cable Guy, Health Inspector, which, if Zen was here, he would praise the last 30 minutes. Get her done, get her done, get her done, done, done. And, this is a terrible movie. Next up, Lego Jurassic World, the Secret Exhibit. It was fun. I don't like all of the Lego stuff, but it was good.
Hey, it's Mad Men Season 5. With John Hamm and John Slattery.
If you take this one again, because you bought it, I'll take the next 2 and we'll be back on track.
So I bought this for you, actually. It's The Magic School Bus Rides Again, Blast Off, with Kate McKinnon as Miss Frizzle, which I didn't know.
Did you know that she was a Ghostbuster?
Yeah. I don't like Magic School Bus. I don't like Kate McKinnon, so
she
I
was
won't
the
watch
Harold
this.
Ramis of the team.
Oh, okay.
So next up, seasons 1 and 2 of My Super Sweet 16, which is older than I thought. It's from 2006. Crazy. And then Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica season 1. It's Jessica Simpson and Nick.
Oh.
Do you know his last name?
Cordero.
Is that it?
No.
It literally does not say. It just says Nick and Jessica everywhere.
I shouldn't have made the Nick Cordero joke. He died.
I have a joke about a dead person I could say, but I'm not going to. Alright.
It's Risoli and Isle seasons 1, 2, 3. Which these was the ones still with Lee Thompson Young. Yep, he's right there.
Yeah, he was on the cover of one of them. Or he's on the back of this one.
He's on the back of that one, and he's on the back of all of them. Then he killed himself. I don't know how many seasons he was in before he killed himself.
He was in Smallville.
He was. He was very good in it.
I got Rome season 1, which I don't know what this show is, but the case is crazy. It opens like a book, and then there's the thing in there. And it's got so many discs.
Made out of wood? It's made out of wood.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's really big.
I can would buy that.
Oh, you get... Lucky you. Bella!
Seasons 1 and 2 of Shaun the Sheep. I don't like this show.
Oh, what? How do you not like this show? It's
by
by the creators
of
of
like
Wallace and Gromit.
I don't like it. It's not funny to me.
You don't like Wallace and Gromit?
Take that.
Next up, season 1, Sitting Ducks. I found this at Goodwill or something, and it was pretty bad. I don't like it.
Next up is Stanley Presents Mosaic. Was it animated? Was it a movie?
Yeah, this opens with a foreword by Stan Lee, and it was pretty funny because he's like sitting in a chair and he's like, listen, I've done comic books, I've done books, I've done movies, I've done TV, I've done radio, and he's like listening to all these things. He goes, but now I'm onto the new frontier, the greatest thing I've ever worked on before, and that is DVD. The power of DVD is insane, and it's just great that I get to finally work on this truly extraordinary medium or something like that.
Straight to DVD.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Because it's straight to DVD. He's never done that before.
Yeah, and so he was talking about that, and he's like, all right, enjoy the movie, which you're going to see now. And then it cuts.
Is it that long?
I don't know if it was really that long, but...
Oh, these are beefy. There you go.
Yeah, this is really big. And Zen was like, oh, that's amazing that you got that. He's like, I had the same thing when I was a kid. It's Stargate Season 1 in this weird
That's just
pack.
Season 1.
Yeah, and it's sealed. But yeah, it's 5 separate volumes.
DVDs back in the day. Hey, it's Creepy Crawlers, Wild Things with Dominic Monaghan. We have another one of these. Where do you want this? TV?
Yeah.
Crap.
There was a house centipede in the house the other day.
There's an option in House Flipper where some houses you have are so dirty they have cockroaches, but for people that are afraid of cockroaches, there's a setting to switch it to glass. So I switched it to glass.
So there's just glass everywhere?
Yeah, so anywhere a cockroach would be, there's shattered glass you have to clean up. You have to vacuum them.
Okay, so I found these at a garage sale. They each had $5 on them, which, do the math.
That's $25.
I got 5 for 20. Talked them down. I got 17 Kids and Counting Season 1, 18 Kids and Counting Season 2, 18 Kids and Counting Season 3, 19 Kids and Counting Season 4, and 19 Kids and Counting Season 5.
It'd be funny if instead of
I hate these people, the Duggars.
Instead
My
of
grandma liked the show though.
Instead of this photo,
The show though?
this photo thing. Instead of that, I wish it would be condoms, and it's like, this is what we should have used. But now we ended up with all these rugrats, these nimrods, these nincompoops. I don't know how the Duggars talk, but it feels like that. That's my Duggar impression. Running around talking about nincompoops. And
do you remember when we were filming Waisawata at the time? And we would save stories and we'd be like, the show though? The show though?
No, did we do that?
I don't know.
Is that what you were trying to do? You know what sucks? A
Build the
lot of
DVDs.
our viewers now aren't from the Waisawata days. I mean, they could have been from the Waisawata days, but they were from. No one watched Waisawata. That's what I'm trying to get at. They watched these, and I still want a not sponsored by Punk Rock Blues. It would be Punk Rock Blues shirt now, but it would, like, people don't understand that reference. I feel like, and that was every single episode. I think we made that joke.
Which joke?
Not sponsored by, because anytime we talked about a brand and we talk about how great the brand is, we'd be like, well, it's not sponsored by. We have one last DVD.
We didn't watch it though.
Oh, is that well? That's fine.
Okay.
I want people to know about it. We have one last DVD to talk about that we can spend time on. It is Movie Hoarders from VHS to DVD and beyond. I'm trying to not get in the light. There it is. Bella, can you just shut up for this one? This is a documentary. Bella, I just said shut up for this one. Just like... What, you're getting one of those nasty Twizzlers. Oh, he's getting one of the nasty Twizzlers, I guess. Disgusting. Mystery flavored. Anyway, it's a documentary about physical media.
Does anyone know what the mystery flavor is?
I imagine it's just the excess.
That's what I thought it was.
It's like Airheads. They just use the excess. It's a documentary on physical media and physical media collectors and the fall of physical media and the collectors trying to rise it back up or whatever.
I think it's mostly about VHS maybe? And DVDs?
Well, D&D and beyond. When you have them, when you just have to have them all.
It's like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The important part is that we're in this, and that's not even a joke. We are in this documentary. We filmed it like last year.
I had a mohawk.
Did you?
We run a YouTube channel called Punk Rock Blues, and we basically just talk about our love of physical media and Blu-rays and DVDs, and yeah.
Anyways, if you want to see us in a real documentary, this is the craziest thing
we have not watched it yet.
We
so
haven't
we don't
watched
know
it yet.
how much we're in.
They said everyone that submitted stuff was in it, though. But we're in this. This is something we own that's real that we own. Not just like we own home DVDs and stuff, but this is a real physical media collection that we are in, and it's cool. Just check the IMDb, see if we're listed.
I was eating a licorice.
Yeah, but you could have talked.
Do you want one?
We're in it. No, they're disgusted. First up for Blu-rays, I don't know why I'm taking
This
it,
is
but
my Gimmick.
Bad t-shirt. I don't like it. Should I go grab my Twizzlers? It's bad. I have nothing to say about this movie. I do not like Cameron Diaz. I don't really like
This one's a
Justin
really good
Timberlake. Jason Segel.
You don't like Justin Timberlake as an actor?
No.
What about In Time?
I haven't seen it. It's just the best movie plot ever. You know what's so funny? So I was playing House Flipper, and I was eating licorice. I was like, if I was streaming, I'd have to not eat licorice because that's weird to do on camera. And now we're just eating licorice on camera half an hour later.
Next up is The Best of Mickey. It's Fantasia
Maybe she'll
2000
actually
celebrating
sleep
Mickey. And, Fantasias are fun.
Next up is season 1 of Better Call Saul. This is hefty. It's a heavy case. Lenticular. His hair in the wind. Is that a thing in the show? Both Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul have Breaking Bad tattoos. Bryan Cranston has the Breaking Bad logo tattooed in his finger. And he said whenever he catches a glimpse of it, he smiles. And right here, and I'm going to butcher the quote because I haven't watched it, Aaron Paul has no half measures.
No half measures?
No half measures tattooed here after the episode named Half Measures in the quote, no more half measures. So you got a tattoo of half of the episode name and half the quote because you didn't get no more.
Oh, Better Call Saul.
The show that we just did.
Alright, it's Big with Tom Hanks. I rewatched this.
Yeah.
And while it is a good movie, it is a horror film.
Yeah.
It is... Oh my god, they terrorize Josh's mom. She's in her room crying, sobbing her eyes out night after night, thinking her son has been kidnapped by an old weirdo who is in her son's underwear and being horribly tortured and stuff. And it's just awful.
He also has sex with an old lady, doesn't he?
She's not old, but
yeah,
yes.
but he's
yes.
Yeah.
He makes a woman an unintentional pedophile.
Yeah. Big.
It's a nightmare.
Fish with Ewan McGregor, Albert Finney, Timothy Olyphant, and Jessica Lange. It's a Tim Burton film.
This is the least Tim Burton film that Tim Burton has ever directed, I think.
It's a good cast, though.
It is. It was
Ewan
a good
McGregor,
movie.
Albert Finney,
I
Timothy
really liked
Olyphant,
it.
Jessica Lange.
Yeah, I made that joke to you.
Is that a good joke? Do people know the joke enough?
I think that Timothy Olyphant and Billy Crudup look similar in their looks.
Do they, though?
I don't know. Okay, hold on.
I can't name you a single movie that Billy Crudup's on the cover, so... Also Timothy Olyphant. Well, Hitman, but he's
Yes.
back. Is his face even on? He's on the spine. But what Billy Crudup movie do we own?
Hold on.
Is he Dr. Manhattan?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Don't see it.
They just look similar. It's Body Slam, the 1980s wrestling movie with Tanya Roberts.
God, you watched this so long ago.
Roddy Piper, Captain Lou Albano, and
No.
maybe some other wrestlers.
That's not the movie I'm thinking of.
I think the Fatu and someone else was in this.
Pretty thirsty now.
It's okay. I liked it.
Hey,
It's a Kino.
It's the Boondock Saints, the 20th anniversary edition. It's like 22 years or something like that. Like,
Yeah, because it came out in 99. This was just released.
it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Is it though?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
I was gonna say, you're getting punched if you don't agree. I really need to force Iman to sit down and watch it, because when we watch it, she's
It's
in
really
bad
religious.
mood. It's really homophobic.
Yeah.
But it's...
Okay.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
It's hard to watch, because the homophobia is very homophobic, but it's also a gay character, so it's like...
It's Born in China.
What a segue.
It's a Disney nature film, Born in China, and it's narrated by John Krasinski, who
Who's
should
he?
be Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but Emily Blunt won't be.
Because she's too busy
No, because
smoking
she
the
hates
weeds.
superhero movies.
Yeah, but
I am demanding an autistic actor for Mr. Fantastic. Because then we can get the asshole we truly deserve. So apparently that makes you an asshole.
I'll trade you.
Nope. No, definitely not. Hey, this is Kyle Mooney first build.
He wrote it.
Oh, it's Brixby Bear.
It's a weird movie. I
Greg
really liked
Kinnear,
it.
Mark Hamill. Could you imagine little Kyle Mooney as a kid? And he wrote this when he was 5. He was about a bear. All kids like bears. And he's playing with a teddy bear named Brigsby. And he's like, hey, Brigsby, one day I'm going to write a movie about you. And Mark Hamill's going to be in it. And Brigsby can talk. Brigsby's like, haha, nope, that ain't going to happen. You can't get Luke Skywalker in your movie. And now it happened. And he's even on the cover. And it's certified fresh. Kyle Mooney, I know you're a YouTube guy. If you're out scrounging for content and you come across this, confirm or deny that happening. Now I'm waiting on call-outs from Zack Snyder and Kyle Mooney.
Why did you call out Zack Snyder?
Zack Snyder, I want him to make my first-person Goggle movie.
Free Guy. He should have done Free Guy.
Yeah. All it is a first-person movie that takes place in the whole movie as a sepia tone because it's tinted goggles.
Yeah.
And so the whole movie is first person and it's through. Also, maybe we can put a line down. No, because it'd be eyes.
I don't want this, but imagine a Zack Snyder Mad Max movie.
Yeah. There's a lot of goggles in Mad Max already.
That's what I'm saying. Alright, next up is Commando. Finally got this with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You have to really pronounce it, otherwise if YouTube does the auto captions, it says it's something else.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's Commando, and I liked it.
I'm so mad at you for it.
It's so cheesy.
I probably, now that we're really talking about it and we own it, I'm probably going to get called out. But yeah, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I hate it so much. Commando Ninja. Now that's a movie. Go watch that. It's free on YouTube. Commando, is it just Commando Ninja or Commando Sex Ninja?
I think it's just Commando Ninja.
Super Commando Ninja?
I think it's just Commando Ninja.
I think it's just Commando Ninja. Go watch it. It's probably just an hour and a half. It's a full-length fan film. It's Commando and Highlander and basically any 80s pop culture. It's in RoboCop probably. It's Dayton Idol, another lenticular Blu-ray. Not as heavy as the last one though.
I forgot to plug in my phone.
You always do that.
Who was the main star of that?
That was Steve Carell.
Speaking of Steve Carell and segues,
Paul Wahlberg's in it.
Despicable Me 2.
Oh.
I finally watched this.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No, I've only seen the first.
I don't like it.
I've seen the second. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I think it was fun.
You know you should talk.
Little girl.
You know you should talk.
An evil.
You know you should talk the Grooverse too. John. He was the one I mentioned that I didn't like.
He's like, I've seen everything in the franchise.
Oh,
I've been on the ride.
He's talking about how
I've watched the mini movies.
Well, he's like, dude, Minions.
Have you seen the behind the scenes?
Honestly, I'll make sure John watches this video. John, confirm it or deny in the comments. I'm pretty sure an exact sentence he's told me was, dude, Minions is the shit.
Zen hates Minions, and I liked it.
No, he's got a kid, so he watches all those kids. Also, John is a child. I mean, you've met him. But yeah, he was telling me when I brought out, I think I was like, yeah, I didn't like the sequel too much. He's like, oh yeah, but this, or maybe I said I hadn't seen 3 yet. And he's like, how have you not got it? He's like, how have you not gotten to it? And then yeah, I think his exact quote was like, Minions is the shit though. It's like, okay. Oh, it's me, Dracula Untold. I always wanted to see this movie when it came out, kind of.
But the games
No,
begin.
I didn't want to see this.
The game is afoot.
I didn't want to see this. I wanted to see Frankenstein 2000, or I, Frankenstein, whatever that movie's called.
The one with Aaron Eckhart?
No.
The one with Daniel
I think
Radcliffe?
it's a WWE Studios movie.
There's I, Frankenstein, which is with Aaron Eckhart, and then there's Victor Frankenstein, which had Daniel Radcliffe.
It's not Victor
in it.
Frankenstein. I think.
Or at least I thought it had.
Is there a movie called like Frankenstein 2000?
What?
Is there a movie called like
I
Frankenstein
have no
2000?
idea. You thinking of Godzilla 2000?
No. Maybe it's if I saw the cover, I didn't think it was Aaron Eckhart. I think it's like a WWE Studios film, or it always aired when we would watch wrestling, like the trailers.
Next up, Eight-Legged Freaks is out on Blu-ray. The only spider movie I can watch, because they look so fake.
Next up, Freaks is out on Blu-ray.
It's an
Emil Hirsch. It's an Emil Hirsch movie.
my god.
Oh my god. Bella,
Next
it's
up,
not nighttime.
Half-Baked is on Blu-ray for the first time. And it's a Kino Lorber. Isn't that insane? I like this movie. Even though the ending sucks.
Don't know what this is, but it looks great. It's Honky Tonk Freeway. It's now on Blu-ray. Something
And
funny
it's a
is happening
Kino.
on this freeway. Huh.
I really like this
I don't know.
movie.
It's Bo Bridges. Is this the Bo Bridges? I love.
So
Bo
it was
Bridges.
directed by a British director, and American audiences didn't really like it. And he was like, "That's because you guys' humor is too sensitive." Hold on. What? Well, what do you want?
Jizzle, and then talking about Vince Offer. He's like, I should have gone up and like, hey, listen, Vince, big fan.
Okay, so the director, I believe this is what I was saying.
Yes.
He said that American audiences' sense of humor is too sensitive, and he's like, I make a mean comedy and nobody likes it. But I thought it was really funny.
It's Bo Bridges. It's gotta be. Shut
It was
up.
pretty mean-spirited.
Shut up. I want Jason Lee to play my dad in a movie one day, so that I can say, hey, if you're my dad, does that make Bo Bridges my grandpa? Because I really want Bo Bridges to be my grandpa. It could also work for Will Arnett. What else?
Was Bo Bridges Earl's dad?
Yeah, he's Earl's dad. He was in The Millers.
Okay. Next up, speaking of Daniel Radcliffe, I think I mentioned him earlier. It's Horns. I watched this on Netflix, and it's about a guy who wakes up one day and he's got devil horns.
I thought it was a Netflix movie. So.
And I really liked it. It is about rape, so it's a little weird to watch, but they don't show it. So, it was Horns. It was a good movie. I like how he made so much money doing Harry Potter. He's like, I'm just going to do the weird shit now.
He's into some pretty neat shit.
Most of his movies are good. Like Guns Akimbo, I thought was amazing.
So we got Jackass 3 and Jackass 3.5, the unrated movie, maybe both? Yes. No.
Yeah, this one comes with the 3D glasses.
Oh, yeah. Jackass 3.5, honestly, really good. I actually really like to watch this one.
3.5?
This one has the documentary cut in, right?
Yeah.
So it goes back and forth from the interviews. Yeah, go, if you want to see Bam Margera break through a chair through the course of an hour and a half, watch this. Because the start of it, him and Dunn are in the same kind of chair by the end of it. Bam's chair is destroyed. It's weird that neither of those two guys are returning for the next one. Is that the joke earlier when you were like, yeah, a guy died, but I'm not going to make the joke? Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah. Next up, a movie that has a 9% around tomatoes.
Really?
And I don't think it's that bad.
I caught the end of it at a hotel once.
It's fine. I thought it was fine. It's Jonah Hex with Josh Brolin, John Malkovich, and Megan Fox.
I do not sound like that. You sound exactly like this. Are we getting the calculator? It's all we asked for. Mom. Shut up. I don't know what the kid's doing. He's like, yeah, what do you know? You don't know nothing. It's all we asked for.
Oh, John Malkovich. What a silly guy.
I
just want to see him be Doc Brown in Back to the Future. Great Scott.
I don't know what I've seen.
Do your Alan Alda. Great Scott.
Alan Alda? It's he didn't audition for that role. It'd be see, Alan Alda, I gotta get in his name. It's really good. Great Scott. Wow, that is a great line. I really know the whole character. He's great. He's not named Scott, but he knows a guy named Scott.
You think Scott's great?
Because the one that they do in that audition video is...
You think Scott's just the coolest?
When it says great
The coolest cat. That's a term from when I was in high school.
It was a term when I,
Which was back before film was on radio.
I'm the old guy here. The one that does the Great Scott line, it's Al Pacino.
Back when film was on radio.
It's the Al Pacino, and he's like, this thing can go 1.21 gigawatts. Great, Scott. And then, they're like, no, it's an exclamation. He's like, oh, okay, you're doing a great job, Scott. My favorite Alda line of that one is when he's like, hey, why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? That's just a great line. I really like that. And then the dad comes in and knocks it out. This is a great movie you're putting together here. I love this jacket. I had one of these jackets. I'm the old guy here. That's my favorite line in that whole sketch. What are we on? Is this me?
Yeah.
It's Justice Society, World War II. JSA is a nickname my uncle calls me. He confirmed that it is still my name in his phone. I think it's like JSAAJ or something like that. 2 flashes. Heaven's sake. Did you know Pierce Brosnan is going to be Dr. Fate in Black Adam?
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's supposedly it's going to be all CG. Like, the suit's going to be completely CG. But Pierce Brosnan, now the hottest guy in a comic movie. Had he done one before? We now have the hottest guy in that.
Is he an Aquaman?
Is he an Aquaman?
I don't think so.
Because why would he be Dr. Fate then? It's Lion King 1.5, the best one. Don't at me. It is. Watch it. I don't honestly like 1 a whole lot. I've never seen 2, and the new one sucked. And the new one's just 1, so would I even like 1? Well, I mean, the new one was bad for way more reasons than just
it's just all one color. Brown. Bella, enough.
This one's all great. Dig a tunnel, dig tunnel. When you're done, you dig another tunnel. That's her line.
Quick before the hyena comes.
Digging tunnels is what we do. Digging tunnels is digging you. I don't know if that's the line, but that's how I sing it. I sing it to Iman all the time. She loves it.
Digging tunnels is digging you.
Because I feel like
weirdly sexual.
Because you dig digging tunnels,
Yeah.
Like if you like to dig tunnels, you could be like, yeah, I dig that. I dig digging tunnels. What digging tunnels like to be, they're dug because of you, so they dig you. So it's digging tunnels is digging you.
Alright, next up is Monster Brawl, a movie I wanted to see for a while. Because it's a movie that's filmed like a pay-per-view event, and it's just monsters that fight, like pay-per-view style deathmatch. And it's got Dave Foley, Robert Millay. Do you know him by name?
That Conan
That's Kurgan. It's got Jimmy Hart and Kevin Nash.
Just came with a movie idea.
Do you like Kurgan? Because he wins the Monster Brawl.
No. Just came with a movie idea.
Spoilers.
Just came with a movie idea.
Yeah.
It's an action movie with commentators. Okay? And then, because you said it was a pay-per-view, this is how I thought of it. The movie could have... So it's like an action competition.
Yeah.
And then the movie has replays. So like, we gotta take another look at that explosion. And there's Mark Wahlberg walking away. I would not cast Wahlberg. But
There's
like...
Tom Cruise
Because you're like... It's set,
into a car.
you're set up as a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
If you made a movie based on like a... Like, if it was that, if it was a pay-per-view of a wrestling show, but it was completely fictional, would you like put replays and shit?
I want
in?
to see that in slow motion, Jim.
Yeah.
One guy's got a gym.
Yeah. And like, would you do that? Boston and I were gonna do a series where we could do really good Jim Nance and Phil Simms impressions. So it'd be like,
Bella,
welcome
enough.
back everyone, Jim Nance here along with Phil Simms. I can't do it anymore, but we used to. We would do that bit. It'd be really good. Hey, it's 9 months with Hugh Grant, the best Hugh Grant movie I've ever seen.
It also has a 9% random.
One for each month. I have not seen like any other Hugh Grant movie, I should clarify, but this one's
Music
awesome.
and lyrics?
No.
About a boy?
No.
Huh. 4 weddings and a funeral?
No. But I have seen Death
Flushed Away? Isn't he in that?
I don't know. I have seen Death at a Funeral, though. Is that good? Do not remember.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still good? Okay. That's James Marsden, right? Yeah, that's a good movie. This is great. Tom Arnold, the scene where they're packing everyone into the car. Do you remember it? Did you just rewatch this?
No.
How many times do you think you've seen this?
9?
Have you?
I don't know.
You had seen it like once, and then like
I've seen it a few times.
Dad and I were going up north, and you were like, "Hey," I was like, "What should I bring?" You're like, "Here, bring this movie. It's kind of good." And I was like, "Okay." I thought you were just trying to bring me to watch this really stupid movie. It's great. I think I honestly watched it twice that weekend. It's really good. I really like this movie. This is the best pregnancy movie of all time.
Nitro Circus the movie.
Don't know what you bought.
It has a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus.
I didn't think it was that bad. There's some fun stunts in it, but the documentary parts are boring as shit.
Next up is Our Idiot Brother. We talked about it. We just rewatched this. Arguably, I think the best Paul Rudd character. He's the nicest guy of all time. Like, people say Paul Rudd nice. This is like Paul Rudd nice.
Paul Rice. Isn't that a football player?
I don't know. This is Jerry Rice. This is Paul Rudd nice times 3. If you haven't seen Our Idiot Brother, it's not my favorite Paul Rudd film, but I do think it's his best
Yeah, yours is
character.
Ant-Man for some reason.
No, mine is Role Models. I don't know. I got so stressed that I had to go down the street and smoke a J with the 5th grader. Okay, I didn't just hear that. Oh, sorry. What I said was I was just so stressed I had to go down the street and smoke a
He's in
J.
5th grade, he's his kid.
I think they mentioned he's 5th grader.
Alright, next up, the greatest fan film ever made.
I can't go.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Which was like,
I can trade you one.
no, I got the.
Raiders of the Lost
don't
Ark,
want
the fan adaptation, and Steven Spielberg says, to this day, the best piece of flattery George and I have ever received. It has 100% Rotten Tomatoes, higher than the actual Raiders of the Lost
You're gonna
Ark.
trade it? How could you eat one on the floor?
No, I mean, you could just have one. But me and my dad watched it. Most of it was shot on Betamax in the 80s, so it looks terrible in quality. But then the plane scene was filmed in 2014, 30 years later.
You said it's awkwardly. Some scenes are awkwardly cut because they took so long to film it. So there's just...
Yeah, they didn't film in sequence. So, like, one scene they'll be like 17, one scene they'll be like 14, one scene they'll be like 18, like...
But you said
It's
there's
just weird.
quality shifts too, right? Or
Yeah.
is it just that scene, the HD scene?
Yeah, there's one
Okay.
scene in HD, which
Or
looks
just-
great.
But doesn't it just go abruptly?
Yeah, like he comes out of a like blurry window and then it's like boom HD.
You're like, whoa, shit. Don't need my glasses on anymore. It's Ramona and Beezus. What's this girl? Oh, it's Joey Kim.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, what's this girl up to? It's Joey Kim. I love Joey Kim.
Zach Braff's muse is that what he called her on
Did he go
Instagram?
with that? Probably.
Next up, a movie by your favorite director, Uwe Boll. Zen, when Zen was here, he literally goes, "Do you have any Uwe Boll movies?" It's Rampage, Capital Punishment. I think we had this on DVD. It's Upgrade. I don't need to talk about it.
I like this Zen. You know, a lot of people come here and they just are like Mike. Mike is just in awe when he sees this. He's just like, fucking man. You know? Zen's the one guy that comes here and actually looks for stuff too. I mean, Nathan does a little bit too, where Nathan's like, I gotta, but Nathan comes to borrow, where Zen's just here to figure out what do we own, where does it end, what are the limits. It's Raya and the Last Dragon. I just got an email about this movie. It's just a fun little thing. It's embossed. It's on the 4K. We watched it. It did that thing we hate in movies where it opens and it's like, does that thing where it opens and it's like, to tell you the story, I have to tell you another story from 500 years ago.
Next up, The Reef with Freddie Prinze Jr. And honestly, the cast in this is crazy. It's Freddie Prinze Jr., Evan Rachel Wood, who is Rachel getting married, I'm pretty sure. She's at least in that movie.
She's the one that got raped by Marilyn Manson.
Oh. Yeah, but that's not what she's known for.
No, I know, but...
My goodness.
I don't know.
Donal Logue.
Your boy.
Fran Drescher, your person.
No.
John Rhys Davies, Andy Dick, and Rob Schneider. And it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
Next up is Ride Along 2 with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube.
We don't own the first one yet.
No.
I have seen the first one, though. Next up, Eastbound and Down, Loaded Up and Chugging. Because it's Smokey and the Bandit, and it's the 100-year anniversary slip, so it comes with the thingy.
I guess I coincidentally...
And I thought it was funny that you mentioned Car Wash, because I was reading this last night as I watched the movie, and it was Car Wash.
I feel like I coincidentally... Dallas is kind of pretty inspired by Smoking from the Bandit a little bit.
Buford T.
If you
Justice.
guys like GTA RP videos and like Smokey and the Bandit, go watch Jeff Favignano or Civ Ryan's Smokey and the Bandit video. It's very funny. It's both the same exact video. It's just different point. It's either Jeff's
you should
point
make
of view.
how to make the Bandit's car in GTA 5.
It's literally just in the game. It's literally, so it's the exact same video, but it's Jeff's point of view or Civ Ryan's point of view. Civ Ryan, super nice guy. I chatted with him in a Twitch chat once. Not even his Twitch chat. He was in a different Twitch chat. It was awesome. And I was the only one there that knew who he was. We have the SpongeBob SquarePants movie and SpongeBob Sponge on the Run. This is newer. Probably a year old now.
Oh, that one just came out.
Oh, did it just come out? Okay.
I think it was maybe on Paramount Plus for a while.
I'm a gooby goober. Rock.
I mentioned to you that the new one's kind of weird because it's a switch to 3D. Next up, it's Stardust, directed by Matthew Vaughn, who I'm already forgetting what he did. Oh, he did Kick-Ass and X-Men, First Class. Oh, it's 2 movies running. And then he did the Kingsman trilogy.
Actor. No, Evan Peters is in there First Class.
But yeah, then he did the Kingsman trilogy. And what's fun about he did Layer Cake. What's fun about this is that Robert De Niro, who is in Joker, Michelle Pfeiffer, who is Catwoman, and also Pym, whatever her first name is.
Her name is actually
Claire Danes. I don't know what Claire Danes is in. But then it's got Charlie Cox and Henry Cavill, who's Daredevil and Superman.
They fight.
They fight. There's a fight scene. It's cool.
Sweet Liberty. The name of this movie was escaping me the other day because I was thinking about it. Because did you know that we've never tossed a salad together? Wow, that is a great line. I really get the relationship.
Sign me up. Tell my agent I'm in.
Tell him I'm in it. And I don't want them to make any changes to the script now that I'm in it though. It's got to be just like this. That's a reference to the movie because he doesn't like changes to the script. And so he's like, even Alan Aldo is like, no changes to the script.
And then as he's filming, he's like, this is a great movie. This is exactly what I said. No changes to the script. And now my character's saying it. This is just a wild time.
Could you imagine if there was an actor that in his contracts, like he gets a script way in pre-production, right? They haven't read it. He's like, this is so good.
He reads one line.
He's like,
this is so good.
This is so good.
And they're like, but this is the first draft. And he's like, no.
Yeah, this is so good. And he has in all of his, if he likes a movie, in all of his contracts, for every movie he signs on, they aren't allowed to do the script. So he's the first guy sent this first draft, and he's like, I'll take it. And then they try to change it, and he's like, it's in my contract. I'm backing out if you change it. And I won't see it either. It's just Alan Alda. It's the meanest Alan Alda can be.
His agent's like, guys, he does not read them. If you change things, just put first draft on the front page. It'll be fine.
Just make sure everyone else pretends it's the first draft. I just watched an interview with John Benjamin where they were talking about him getting Archer and how he was actually almost had a panic attack when he took the role because he didn't read the script. He just took it. But then he heard it was about a spy, and he thought he'd have to do a British accent, and his British accent is the worst British accent I've ever heard in my life. They're like, can you do a British accent? He's like, I can do a little one, and like, let's hear it. And he's like, cheerio, cup of, like, I can't really do an H. Benjamin, but it's just him saying, like, cup of tea, and then, like, you can't just say that, that's not an accent. He's like, that's what I said when I was there.
Speaking of Daniel Radcliffe.
Not anymore.
It's Swiss Army Man with Paul Dano, who's the Riddler, and this is a great movie. Do you want to see a man ride a dead body with the power of farts?
No.
Watch this movie.
Because it doesn't have that?
No, it does.
Could you imagine a Salem way? Like, if you're like, that's the trailer for a movie. You come on black screen, and a guy just comes out, listen, do you want to see a movie of a guy riding a dead body powered by farts? No? Well, then watch this one, because it doesn't have that. It's just the name of the movie and the date. Can that be one of our versions of the trailer for Black to the Castle? Just that. Just me walk out.
That seems like something we could do.
It seems like something I was going to say, now you'd want to do that. Hey, it's Ted 2. Not the better one, but it is still good, because
it's super homophobic.
Yeah, it's also the same movie as the first one.
Like I said to you, it's the same movie but with more celebrity skits.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like strung together by these little skits.
Fresh cakes. What was that? Fresh cakes. See, most of the people, my name is Donnie.
I like when he comes in later and he's like, do you remember the password? And he's like, I remember it, Donnie. And he's like, say it. And he's like, I don't need to say it. He's like, say it. And he's like, I don't need to say it. He's like, just say it out loud so that we both remember it. He's like, I don't want to say the password, Donnie. He's like, say it. He's like, fresh cakes, Donnie. He goes, fresh cakes.
See, most people, they just don't change the Dorito cakes, they just flip them. That'd be fresh cakes.
Next up is Trading Paint. It's the race car movie of John Travolta, which I thought was a little bit better than his boat movie, which was terrible.
To answer Zan's question, we own it. War Games. It's out now? Is it a new release?
No, I just bought it randomly. I pre-played.
War Games. With a murderer. And Ali Sheedy. He killed someone, apparently. I haven't read into it. I always, when I first heard about it, I thought it was one of those things of people think he maybe killed someone, like he could be guilty, but now I've heard, like, yeah, he basically just killed
it was a hidden, like, it was a car crash.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, that's not so bad. Phil Lewis killed someone, too.
Who's Phil Lewis?
Mr. Mosby?
Oh.
Yeah, he was drunk and hit a lady with his car. He served, like, 2 years in prison.
What happens in Vegas... Perfect segue. What happens in Vegas?
You know what his problem was? He was drunk, and two, he couldn't decide what to have on the radio, am or and then he was distracted with that and he hit a lady.
He couldn't figure out how to work the Prindle.
You can find his mugshot.
Anyways, What Happens in Vegas, a movie with Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz, and I wasn't really into this movie very much. Then I did a dab about halfway through and thought the second half was a lot funnier. So take that for what you will.
My German teacher just added me on Facebook.
That's weird.
I'm gonna add him. It's so weird.
Do you like Phil Lewis? Isn't Ashton Kutcher your favorite actor of all time?
No, not anymore. With two L's in his name, I really hate it. Technically 3. Can you find his mugshot still? Not that guy. Not that guy. Man, these are some funny mugshots. Look at this guy. That looks like Hannibal Buress. And then look at that guy. So apparently his mugshot doesn't exist. He's not this guy either. Here's a young Phil Lewis. Yeah, he served like 2 years. Hey, last up, it's Wilfred. I was literally just going to start this. It's the complete first season. It's a show that I really want to start and watch, and then every time I go to, I'm like, do I want to right now? And then I don't.
Because it's hilarious?
Yeah, I remember it being good.
Allison Mack was in it, and she's terrible now.
Yeah, she's in prison. Phil Lewis went to prison. Whoosh. That's the more you know. Because I read an article, it's like 8 people that have killed someone. It was Matthew Broderick and Phil Lewis were the only 2 I knew, and I was like, what? He's Ugandan?
Okay, just go to his...
In late December 1991, Lewis was arrested after he fatally struck Isabel Duarte, a resident of Bethesda, Maryland, in a car crash. He was charged with manslaughter and driving while intoxicated. His blood level at the time measured 3 times the limit for legal intoxication. The court sentenced Lewis to 5 years in prison, but suspended 4, citing Lewis's work after his arrest with a prison-based theater troupe that performed in jails, schools, and churches to highlight the consequences of drug abuse. Lewis was also ordered to serve 2 years probation after his release and to perform 350 hours of community service. Lewis is married to Megan Benton Lewis and has 2 daughters. This is his entire personal life. So he served a year and then did that comedy troupe then, which is a really neat thing. This is the outro. It's the part where we do the outro. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you get all the time screen. It'll change your mind.
I'm Bat Tracy. You can follow me at Bat Tracy. Oh, wow.
I've been like talking. Find me on Instagram at Strange Atheist Jerk and on Twitter Idiot Doll. My face hurts all the time now.
The channel's Punk Rock Blues. You all know this stuff. Most of you are following
It's
us.
been weeks. And you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. Chuck us $1 or $2 or $3 if you want to. If you want to. We're not making you, because that's another thing we think might have taken us down. That's it. Join us next time.
And it just links you back here.
Yeah. Join us next time for other videos.
Soggy Doggy's out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Put that out? Go watch Soggy Doggy. I fucking hate that game. I had a whole Munsters joke that I was going to put in. Stop editing those. You probably got the name wrong, too.
No.
Goodbye.